I think with this being all done now, I think I'm actually gonna redo this brake line a little bit. I think I'm gonna put the proportioning valve up in this pocket here underneath and redo this brake line so it comes over to the proportioning valve. I think I should just be able to undo it up here and clip it off there. But everything's coming together pretty nicely, I think. So making a little more progress here. Ignore how that's mounted. It's just there for proof of concept right now. I'm gonna figure out what I really want to do. But I drilled some holes in the floor pan there just to push some bolts through, just to kind of hold it in place temporarily. But I think that's a pretty good spot for it. So you can kind of see the knob hanging out there. But should be up out of the way. I took that brake line that's up there and shortened it up because before it came down and out next to the rocker. So I shortened that up and got that mounted in place. So now I'm going to start figuring out how to get it from the master cylinder back to here. So I was really hoping to make it one piece all the way back here, but we'll see what I can figure out. I think I might be able to do it. So I didn't get as far as I wanted to this weekend, but I'm feeling pretty good about where I'm at. So I got a rear brake line started and ran out to here. So it's this lower one here running down. And this one is just a section just to kind of like lay out where I need it to go. Kind of show how I need to form it. So it actually comes down through here and out through the, whatever you want to call this, the front torque box there. I actually just bent this spot of steel out just a little bit to get that hex through there. Then it runs out, down, and then along the rocker sill. So you can see there's the end of it. I got the proportioning valve just loosely mocked in place. And you can see there I got brake line started there and run up to here. So I just measured the distance between the two here. And I think I'm going to call it quits there for the night. But I pretty much have that, at least the rear brake line laid out, proportioning valve in. The line from the rear is going up to the proportioning valve, so I just got to finish up from the junction by the master cylinder, the junction there, back to the proportioning valve. And then all my brake lines will be laid out. All right, so I thought I'd show how I'm doing this rear brake line. So I got a junction here and the proportioning valve in the back. So I had some scrap tube that I had, so I just kind of laid out, instead of doing my coat hanger wire work, I just find this to be a little bit more accurate, especially since it's so easy to bend and I had these scraps. So I bent up this one and got it mounted up underneath the car where I thought it should go. Then also the same with the rear section from the proportioning valve. When that was up in place underneath the car, I measured between the two ends. Then I also pulled these off and used my string and run that along them and measured that on a yardstick over there and just added them all up. So I need about 79.5 inches of brake line tubing. So I'll probably get started on that and start straightening some tubing and bending the ends of it. Alright, so here's the last brake line running up from the union up by the master cylinder all the way back to the proportioning valve. So here's that front piece that I bent up. It looks like it's pretty close to matching. Luckily this stuff's kind of nice and easy to bend by hand, so I'm not too worried about it not being perfect. And then the rear section. So I'll get that slopped up in the car. Happy to say I got all the brake lines, well, not done, but in place. They're just loosely fitted up. So I got the rear brake line all run. And I'll show you that real quick. So I got the rear brake line coming from the master cylinder down to here to a junction. And then I have it run through the fender here. I'll probably have to, once I have stuff in place, I'm gonna put clips on everything to kind of hold them in place so they're not vibrating and all over everything else. But I think once I get everything kind of up in place, like down here, oh, visitor, hi Bernie. But once I have everything kind of clipped up in place, it should keep things kind of away from stuff so it's not rubbing on edges. Then this brake line runs under here, the full length of the rocker, and up to my proportioning valve, which I still got to get something more permanent in here, of course. This was just to kind of get things in place and test fit everything. But I'm going to build something a little different here. I don't know if I'm just going to use some bolts and weld them in place or what I really want to do here. But everything's all set up there. Everything's running to the rear. I think I'm all good to start getting things permanent, as in getting this proportion valve mounted the way I want it, get all the clips in place. I got a little bucket of clips. Got a little bucket of clips here. That's what I'm going to use, and use my new ear riveter and just rivet them up to the floor. I know I'm going to have this car all apart again to get it all finished and painted, but that's not going to be happening this spring. I think I'll really be pushing it if I want to get the car out and enjoy it a little. I'll get those clips on. I do have brake pads for the front, and the rear ones are slow to get here, but they're supposed to be on their way. And yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. I'm gonna tidy the brakes all up, put clips up in place, get that proportioning valve mounted better. And I think that will be kind of the big next steps, or little next steps, whatever you want to call it, to get to the point where I can check this off the list as being done. I'm going to end it here for this video, and I'll say that this is done. You can count on me to make sure I get clips up in place and get that kind of all mounted up in place the way I want it to be more permanently. But yeah, I'm not going to run through the nitty-gritty details of what I do to get that all done. I will get this parking brake finalize, get some bolts in there, figure out what I want to do with that extra little like rubber bracket hanger piece, and get that all tidied up too. But I'm calling it, at least for this video, done, and I'm just going to work through these other details kind of on my own and get everything all up in place. But shop dog's sick of it.